In the history of the first generation kings, Jichang Kwak stands apart. He wasn't known for the brute durability of Gong Siab or the singular punching power of Taisu Ma. He was the former king of Seoul, the white snake of Chengchong, and his weapon of choice was unique. The hand blade, Jichang, proves that you don't need a fist to kill. You just need an edge. Fighting like him requires a shift from blunt force trauma to surgical precision. This is the King Discipline Guide to Mastering the Handblade. The core of Jichang's style is the sadok or knife hand strike in modern combat sports. People obsess over the closed fist, but the fist has a flaw. It is made of many small bones that break easily. The side of the hand, the hypothenar eminence, is a single, dense pad of muscle and bone. The mechanic, a proper hand blade strike, is not a slap. It is a whip. You must keep the fingers fused together and the thumb tucked tight to tense the muscle on the side of the palm. The kinetic chain. Power does not come from the arm. It comes from the snap of the shoulder and the rotation of the hip. You are throwing your hand like a javelin, however. You cannot use this weapon if it is soft. You must undergo blade conditioning. Jichang's hands are described as being sharp enough to cut. In reality, this means desensitizing the nerve endings and calcifying the fifth metacarpal. The drill. You do not start on bricks. You start on a heavy bag filled with sand or rice, iron palm training. You strike the bag with the side of your hand, thousands of times. Over months, the skin thickens, calluses, and the bone becomes denser. Warning: do not strike concrete or steel. You will permanently damage your nerves. This is a slow process of accumulation. Once the weapon is forged, you must learn anatomical targeting. Jichang is dangerous because he hits soft targets with a hard weapon. A fist to the chest hurts. A hand blade to the neck shuts off the brain. Target 1. The carotid artery vagus nerve. A sharp strike to the side of the neck causes a sudden drop in blood pressure, leading to a knockout. Target 2. The clavicle collarbone. A downward chop can fracture this bone, rendering the opponent's arm useless. Target 3. The brachial plexus. This is the bundle of nerves between the neck and shoulder. A chop here sends a shockwave that numbs the entire arm. Finally, you must adopt the snake strategist mindset. Jichang was not just a fighter. He was a tactician. He used the snake style to bait opponents. He would lower his guard to invite an attack, only to snap a counterstrike faster than they could retract their hand. The stance. Unlike a boxer who keeps hands high, Jichang often keeps his hands lower and looser. This obscures the angle of attack. It makes the hand blade invisible until it makes contact. The feint. He uses his eyes to deceive. He looks low and strikes high. He manipulates the opponent's rhythm, forcing them to overcommit, and then like a snake bite he strikes the vital point. Mastering Jichang Kwak's style is about efficiency. It is about realizing that a fight doesn't have to be a long brawl. If your hand is hard enough and your aim is true, one strike is all it takes. Sharpen your blade, study the anatomy, and strike with the cold precision of the white snake.